Super. Hey, welcome to your new consultant, getting to know your Tupperware business webinar tonight. I'm excited to have you on board, and with all our wonderful recruiting that's going on for the last couple weeks, we want to make sure that you're engaged and ready to go and understand a little bit about how your Tupperware business works, right? So one of the things that you're going to notice is we really talk about the party a lot. And the party is one of those things where everything kind of happens at the party. What you're going to note is that you're going to get sales at the party. You're going to meet new customers at the party. You're going to date new Tupperware parties from the party. And you're going to recruit and share your business opportunity at the party. Now, is there other ways to sell Tupperware? Absolutely. But I know that many of us who have been in the business for years know that really the party is really the place where you're going to be able to meet the real people. I would say get started with the real party people, because that's what we do. We are party people. So one of the other things that you're going to notice is that the party can take you anywhere you want to go. If you want a company car in your driveway, if you want cash, if you want golf, if you just want new friends, if you want take your kids to Disneyland or Disney World, Tupperware can take you there, and the quickest way to get there is through the Tupperware party. So let's go ahead and just kind of give you a snapshot of some of the things that you're going to be getting in your starter kit. If you haven't received it already, it can sort of be like Christmas, right? And Christmas is not a bad time of year, especially when it comes in August, right? So what you're going to see is some of our premier products. And over on the left-hand side, I just wanted to give you a little snapshot of what the value of your starter kit really is. You know, we pay $99 for our starter kit. And when you sell $1,000 in your first 60 days, you get 60 of that back, which is kind of cool. If you've only paid the $39 down, then what's going to happen is when you sell your 350, your $1,000 in your first 60 days, you're going to be able to, I'm trying to do this here. I'm trying to multitask. You're going to be able to not have to pay for the balance of your kit, which is kind of nice. So some of our most popular products you probably see on the screen is our Power Chef. Our Power Chef is one of those products which is kind of sort of, I always call it like the cover girl of the kit. It is one of the most practical products. It is actually one of the most handy products. And what I'm going to suggest that you do is demonstrate that Tupperware product, the Power Chef Pro system, at every party. Even if you're not going to use it part of your demo, take with you an onion or take with you a potato or something. Ask the host if she has a potato or maybe some carrots in her refrigerator, of course stored in Fridge Smarts, right? And go ahead and show people how amazing that Power Chef system is. Just by demonstrating that, it's a great segue into dating a Tupperware party, for they can get it for free. They can get it for half price. It comes in their starter kit, so it's a great introduction to some of the products that they get when they say yes to Tupperware. But it also can elevate and grow your sales at the party, so you're making a little bit extra money. So my theory is this: you got to make a plan. What is it that you want to accomplish out of the Tupperware business? Do you want to spend more time with your family? Do you want to pay off a credit card? Do you want some career advancement? What is it that you would like to have happen because you're in Tupperware? And in your Getting Started guide, you're going to see that there's a place for you to go ahead and write down some of this information. But if you don't have your Getting Started guide in front of you, I'd like you to grab a piece of paper, since most of you have a piece of paper since you're taking notes for the webinar, but write down 3 to 5 things that you really want to get out of your Tupperware business. And what I mean by that is something that you can set a goal toward, something that you can work toward, that having a Tupperware business will help you help make that come true. And then the other question is, how will you keep that in front of you? You know, we talk about dream boards, we talk about having visual reminders, maybe even wallpaper on our phone or on our computer screen that shares with and reminds us of why we're doing what we're doing. So I want to challenge you to think of a couple of things that you want to have happen, and then what kind of tangible trinket or picture or you know, even a saying, even a song that will help you remember what it is, why you're doing this. right? And then, of course, how much of that is monetary? In other words, if I want to go off to take my family onto an Alaskan cruise, or I want to, maybe go visit my relatives in New York City or whatever, how much money is that going to take? Right? And then we're going to do is we're going to give you an idea of how to make that happen. So in Tupperware, we do have a proven success formula. And what I mean by proven success formula, I mean that there are hundreds of thousands of people in the nation that are doing the success formula, making money, and are very happy in their Tupperware business. So we have what we call a 1-2-1 success formula. And that basically for consultants is holding one party a week. And from that party, date 2 parties from that party, and then identify a potential new recruit from the party. So what this could look like for you is, for instance, today's Thursday. So we have Thursday, your new consultant class, and perhaps we'll be done in time for you to maybe reach out to a couple of your friends, mother, sister, best friend, coworker, neighbor, and ask them if they will, be one of your first practice parties. You're going to go in and practice your Power Chef recipes. You're going to practice getting up in front of people, and because they're allowing you to come practice on them, they're going to get some free Tupperware in the process. So for instance, it's today's Thursday. Let's say you date a party for Tuesday, and then from that party, you date a party into the next Wednesday. Or maybe you get on the phone today or this weekend and you date all 4 parties to be held this month. And there's going to be some reasons why you want to do that. First of all, you're going to make some money, okay? But you're also going to be on your way to activating your account and earning that secondary piece of cookware that you all have the opportunity to do, or your activation offer. So here's an example of 2 parties a week. So how much more energy does it take to do 2 parties a week versus 1 party a week? Well, reality is it's the same Tupperware products that you have in the same bag, and it's the same catalogs you're going to use for the same party. The only difference is you need to spend or put a time block of 3 more hours into your week. So by holding 1 party a week takes about 3 hours, but 2 parties a week takes about 6 hours. But this is what happens. It's the income that comes with that. So by holding 1 standard Tupperware party a week, and what I mean by standard, that's $500. What research has shown us, and national party average has shown us, that when you have an average of 8 to 11, 12 people in attendance at a party, and you have a host that has a few outside orders, you're going to have at least a $500 Tupperware party. And from that $500 Tupperware party, you do make your 25%, which is $125. But what happens is when you hit certain benchmarks during our sales month, you get a bonus. So here's just an example of the chart. So if I'm holding 1 standard party every week, that means I'm going to sell $2,000 in a month. So if I go to my chart and it says, okay, there's my $2,000 in sales, there's my 4 standard parties, I'm going to get a $100 bonus. So on top of the $500 that I've made off of my parties, right, which is $125 average profit from a standard party, times 4 plus my $100, that's $600 a month. But if I just double my time, if I take my 12 hours and I change it to 24 hours in a month, not 24 hours a day, but I'm going to take 24 hours and I'm going to invest it into my Tupperware business by holding 2 standard parties, my income goes from $600 a month to $1,400 a month. Now, $1,400 a month is really great part-time income, because really you're only working about maybe 6 hours a week. So there's more income that comes with spending a little bit more time by growing a team. And I'll tell you a little bit about that in just a bit. But on your way, as you're holding Tupperware parties and making some money, whether it's $600 a month or $1,400 a month, you're going to be earning some really amazing rewards. And these rewards are exclusively for you, our new consultant, in your first 13 weeks. Now, you hear us at our sales meetings, our training classes, and even in your My Week email, where you also have an opportunity to earn what we call weekly awards. There are some awards that you are not eligible to earn because you're already in this 13-week program. Most of the weekly awards that you're going to be able to earn are open for every Salesforce consultant, manager, and director in our company, but there are some 2-week awards that you're not eligible to earn. But that's okay, because you're earning things like, I don't know, a mandolin that's $75, a Micro Pro Grill, which is $199, and all the way to level 7, which is our $1,100 9-piece cookware set. That will beat a bag anytime, right? Then once you're out of the 13-week sales program, then you're eligible to start earning all the other awards that all of the other Salesforce established consultants are earning. But I'm going to tell you something. This 13-week program is pretty phenomenal. So where do you start? Here's just a little quick checklist of what to do in your first 30 days to really get your business off to a roaring start. The first one is you want to see a party. Now, we have people doing Tupperware parties in our organization. There's also lots of different parties on YouTube, Tupperware parties that you can see. There's also some great training materials that you can view a party from start to finish, or even segmented demonstrations on our training page. If you're wondering how to get to that training page on our YouTube channel, I just did a video on how to access all of your training that you have in your my.tupperware.com back office. You also want to attend your new consultant class, which you're doing right now. So guess what? You can mark that off your list. Good job. And some of you attended Rally last night. Some of you are coming to our sales meeting in a couple weeks. And some of you are just plugging in with your director team meeting, your manager team meeting. We want you to be live and in person in as many meetings as you possibly can. But I know with distance, we have people listening from Tennessee and from Virginia and all over the United States. I certainly don't expect you to fly in for a meeting, but we do a lot of our recording on our Facebook page, so you can actually be at our meetings and be there virtually. You also want to go ahead and take a look at your starter kit and practice some of those wonderful recipes that are inside your Getting Started book. Start with your Frank list, because you're going to want to have a list of people that you want to share what these products do for them, like the Power Chef and the Breakfast Maker. You're going to want to set up your my.tupperware.com website, which most of you have probably already done. I'm going to give you a snapshot of what website you may want to go with. And of course, we also have your Tupperware card, which I'll give you some details on. And of course, holding your very own launch party or activation event in the next 5 to 7 days. And that really is the crucial pinnacle opportunity that you can do to really blow your business out of the water and really get off to a great start. So one of the things I love is the Power Chef Pro, which I talked to you a little bit about earlier, and our Breakfast Maker. And both of them together will do awesome things like a frittata, an omelet. You can also do French toast inside there. You can also do brownies. Did you know you can do brownies in that Breakfast Maker in about 3.5 minutes? I'm just saying. You can do a flip-flop cake. There's so many things, but these two products together actually create a dynamic demo. So what I want to encourage you to do is, once you get your kit, open up your book and start playing with some of these products, so that when you are ready to go do a Tupperware party in front of your friends and family, that you feel confident. So your friends and family are probably two of the categories that you can go ahead and look at in creating a successful Tupperware business. So we call it our Frank list: friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and kids' friends' parents'. Now, if you don't have kids, you got a Fran list. You have a friends, relatives, acquaintances, and neighbors. You got no kids yet, but that's okay. Borrow one. You can always borrow a kid, right? So who falls in these categories? I want to encourage you to really develop a list of 100 people. Yep, you heard me right. 100 people. And if you don't think you know 100 people, go into your contacts right now on your phone, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and it'll tell you how many contacts you have right there in your address book. I bet you some of you have more like 1,000 people in your database, not just 100. So start making your list, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to tell them a little bit about why you're selling Tupperware, what the benefits of hosting a Tupperware party, and of course, why wouldn't they want to come in and join you and be one of your first recruits? But besides the friends and families, relatives, acquaintances, and neighbors, right? Who do you know that is in your T-zone? What I mean by that is, as you're sitting in your house right now, wherever that it might be, does the neighbor across the street know that you sell Tupperware? Does the neighbors on both sides know that you sell Tupperware? What about the neighbor next to your neighbor? What about the person that lives behind you? Think about getting out into your own backyard, so to speak, and letting people know that you're the Tupperware lady on the block. You're the Tupperware dude in the neighborhood, right? What do you need to do that? Guess what? All you need is a smile and a sales flyer and a catalog. And like I said, this is where the kid comes in handy. If you don't have one, borrow one, because people love kids and they also love dogs, right? So borrow a kid, borrow a dog, and go knock on the doors and meet some of your neighbors. You know, the neat thing about this is you're going to run into people who will open the door and they're like, oh, goodness gracious, I didn't even know Tupperware is still around. And you're like, well, guess what? It is. And I'm having a party at my house this coming Tuesday. I would love to have you come and be my guest. Why not take an advantage of inviting the people on your block, ones that are right there in your neighborhood, to come to your launch party, to come to see what's new in Tupperware? And I always say, a no doesn't hurt you. And you never know when it can turn into a yes at any time. So don't get discouraged. Life is all about 10% of what happens and 90% of how we react to it. So it's okay to get no's. Just remember that every time you get a no, you're closer to getting a yes. And remember this too, is they're not saying no to you. They're not rejecting you. They're just rejecting what you are doing at this very moment. They don't want to have a Tupperware party, or they don't want to attend a Tupperware party. It's okay. No is not forever, right? And you never know if they're maybe having a bad day, right? That has nothing to do with you. Okay. But the more no's you get, the closer you are to getting a yes. And standard statistics tell us that, 1 out of 7 or so will say, yes, I want to support you. I would love to have a Tupperware party. I would love to see a Tupperware catalog. So go on a no rampage. See how many no's you can collect. But I bet you're going to get some yeses along the way. So as you get some yeses, one of the best things you might want to do is get them dated into your date book. So the first step, this is 4 steps on getting ready for your very first Tupperware party. Many of you are doing what we call an activation event, a grand opening party, those kind of things. And so obviously you've already set the date. You've probably talked to the person who's coming to do your party you've probably already selected a recipe. And if you're doing your own launch party, you're doing your own activation event, awesome. Pick a date, pick a recipe, right? And you're going to have lots of recipes inside your Getting Started guide. And then take your party planning envelopes, which are inside your kit. They're actually party planning folders. And you're going to go ahead and put inside that party planning folder some catalogs, order forms, maybe a copy of the recipe that you're going to go ahead and share. And then get that to your host and get her excited or him excited about inviting people and having a fun get-together with friends. And make sure you're in touch with your hostess 1 to 2 to 3 days before the party, just to make sure that she's still excited, that she has people coming, and that you know where you're going. Make sure you ask for directions. So as you prep your host, keep in mind that you're going to want to maybe include inside her party planning folder a current host gift special sheet, which you can find in your back office under party, a couple of catalogs, like I said, some order forms, and don't forget to tell them about our wonderful business opportunity. So make sure we put something that kind of references getting their own business started inside your party planning envelope, party planning folder. How do I prepare myself? I want to make sure that I got my business kit together. I got my catalogs ready. They're stamped with my name and telephone number on it, right? I got brochures, I got order forms, I got some more party planning folders, because my intention is I'm going to date new parties from the party that I'm going to. Pens, if you got them, great. If not, most people have a pen in their purse, or the hostess might have some pens. Don't forget your date book, and don't forget some money, a money bag, or a little envelope with some change in it. Most people pay with check or credit card, so you don't need to necessarily have like $100 worth of change on you, right? So change, a couple of bucks, and some change for them for you to make change if you have somebody paying cash. You also get inside your starter kit some game prizes. Bring those along. And of course, before you go, make sure that you have your Power Chef with you. I can't tell you how many times I've driven down the driveway and realized, oh no, my Power Chef is in the dishwasher. I have to hurry, I have to turn around and go back and get it. So make sure you have everything that you need to do your demonstration. And of course, never forget your smile. So when you're at the Tupperware party, we suggest that you get there no more than 30 minutes in advance. sometimes even 15 minutes in advance. And as you get more experience with setting up your display, you probably are not going to need 30 minutes at all. Help meet and greet her guests, get the party started with talking about some key products and creating that desire for the product, along with maybe creating a recipe. And then, of course, the one-on-one time, the 20 to 30 minutes that you're just helping your customers pick the best products for them. You're talking to them about some of the features and benefits. You're talking to them about joining your team. Maybe you're talking to them about dating their own Tupperware party, so the host gets credit and so she gets more free Tupperware. Talk to your host before you leave the party. Make sure she understands what her free products are. If you're closing the party right then and there, you're not getting any outside orders outside of the party at that point, which is your option. Then you can sit down with your host and pick out the free stuff right there at the party. If you're going to leave the party open, I'm going to suggest that you don't leave the party open for more than 48 hours. That's 2 days. Because, experience, right? You can leave a party open for 2 to 3 weeks after the party, and you're probably not going to get more than one order. And that one order actually came in the day after the party. So there's no need to leave that party open for any great length of time, unless it's for paydays or those kind of things. But in most cases, let your hostess know that the party's been registered with Tupperware and that you need to close it within the next 48 hours. And then, of course, get your stuff. Don't forget your dirty dishes. I always bring my dirty dishes home from the party. I don't necessarily, I don't want the host to wash my dishes. I'm just going to take them home dirty, and I'll put them in a grocery sack, and I'll bring them home dirty, throw them in the dishwasher, and I'll be ready for my next party. All right. So at the party, what do? Okay. Inside your Getting Started guide, there is a step-by-step instructions, looks just like this, of how to get the party started. What do I talk about? Reminding the guest the best way to get Tupperware is for free by hosting a Tupperware party, right? So it'll kind of give you a step-by-step process of what to do at your party. And don't forget that you're going to be probably going on a training party, so that, or even at your own activation event, you're going to be able to see what the flow of the party is. So now the party is over. You got money in your hand. So you're going to deposit the checks that are all made out to you, not the host. They're made out to you, not Tupperware. They're made out to you, first name and last name. And then of cash, any cash that you might have, get that deposited in the bank. Then what you're going to do is you're going to enter your party orders in your my.tupperware.com and your My Sales application, which, again, there's some tutorials online that you can view. Your person that brought you into the business, of course, is going to be more than happy to go ahead and walk you through your first couple of orders. So don't worry about that. I like to send a thank you note to my host. I also like to send a thank you note to anybody who dated a Tupperware party. And I also send a thank you note to anybody who placed a sizable order. Now, a sizable order is going to be, whatever sizable you feel is sizable. Usually anything over $75 to me is sizable. However, depending on your circle of friends, maybe a $50 order is going to be a sizable order for that group. So send a thank you note to those that have placed sizable orders, anybody who's dated a Tupperware party, and of course, your host. Best place to get your little thank you cards is at any of your stationery shops, Staples, Walmart, Target, and I always shop the clearance section when it comes to cards and thank you cards, because usually you can get some really good ones for pretty less expensive. But I always like to have thank you cards on me. One of the tips I want to suggest that you do is right when you're in the car waiting for your car to warm up or cool down, like you probably are waiting for your car to cool down in this 104-degree weather here, maybe sit right when you're in the car and write your thank you note before you even get home in your driveway. Throw a stamp on it and put it in the mail right on your way home. And that's one less thing you have to worry about. And then, of course, let your upline know, who do you feel would be somebody that you would like to work with in Tupperware? Somebody who's bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, informative, talkative, fun to be around. Those are the people that make really great consultants. Other great consultants are those that are more thoughtful, those that are more maybe the quiet ones, because they're in the processing stage. And maybe they want a venue to be a little bit more gregarious, a little bit more outgoing. Tupperware is a great way to bring people out of their own little shell. So in your tutorials in your back office, I just want to reiterate again, we're here to help you. However, there are tutorials in your back office that will take you step by step on how to get your orders in place. Also, there's some really good training. If you just go to YouTube and put in entering Tupperware orders, Tupperware party orders, we have such a sharing community in our company. There's lots of different ways and other trainings out there that are not necessarily associated with our company, StarPoint Sales, but are part of our Tupperware family. So one of the things too that comes along with the party is sometimes people bring Tupperware that is broken or chipped. And so we do have a lifetime warranty. And that's one of the things that you want to probably bring up when you're talking to your party customers, is that when they invest in Tupperware, 99% of our products come with a lifetime warranty that is covered under chipping, peeling, breaking, and cracking. And some of the things that you're going to get will be what I have you here on the screen: some breaking, maybe some warranty issues, some cracking. And then you're going to have some other products that are not covered under a warranty. And inside your Getting Started guide is a colored picture of what is warranted, what isn't warranted. Microwave damage is not warranted, even if it's a Tupperware microwave product. Because excessive melting and heat can happen. And if you're in question about any of our warranty, if you brought a piece from the customer and you need some more clarification of whether it's warranted or not, just bring it to your manager, your director, myself, and we can go ahead and tell you if it's warranted or not, or just send us a picture of it. Staining is not covered also. Staining, if somebody does get stains in their Tupperware, baking soda and water paste does really, really good to get stains out. Melting, even if it's on the stove or even at the bottom where they fall on the heating element of the dishwasher, I get that sometimes. Melting's not covered. So, and of course, chewing. You know, the dog got the Tupperware or the little kid got the Tupperware, chewing's not covered either. So there's things that are warranted, which is quite a few things, and there's some things that aren't warranted. So when in doubt, okay, just ask and we'll be able to help you with that. So as we're enhancing our in-home Tupperware experience, there's ways that you can make it a little better. Facebook parties. One I want to share with you, this was a great idea that we learned at our conference. And when you're at your Tupperware party, a lot of times you'll give away extra tickets or you'll give away auction dollars, those kind of things. So whatever medium you're doing, but you could offer a gift, a prize for anybody who's willing to record live on Facebook your Power Chef demonstration. Not the whole demonstration, but just the Power Chef. Takes about maybe 2 minutes to demonstrate the Power Chef, maybe 3.5 minutes, depending on what you're making. But encourage all of your guests at your party to actually record you live, at least the product live, on their Facebook feed. And anybody who decides that they want to purchase a Power Chef or date a Tupperware party, you'll have a gift for the person who shared the video. Just an idea. We also have Tupper Connect parties, which allows your customers to order through the party before and until you close the party that perhaps may not be local. Maybe they live in a different area. Maybe they weren't able to come to the party because they had Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. So this gives them an opportunity to click a link and actually order through the party, your hostess's party, which is connected to your account. Then the other one we have is called a Party Plus. And what that is where you're actually you actually provide those that can't come to the party a link that they can click on during the party, and they can be brought in live as long as you have a computer or a tablet or even a smartphone that has those types of capabilities, Wi-Fi, internet mostly. All right, so just some fun things that way. So what website do I start with? what should I do? Well, realistically, you all start with a basic free website, and that free website allows you to access all the information on the back office, gives you web support, it gives you the things that you need to get your business done. However, if you want to enhance your business and make more money, I always recommend the Plus site. You can go silver, gold, or platinum, but the Plus site has served many, many Salesforce members for years and years and years. And what that does is it gives you access to everything the basic does, and it gives you also email notifications and reports and allows you to accept online orders and also do Tupper Connect. And those are the two things that you really want to go ahead and think about, because if I can put my website out there wherever, put it on my business card, put it on my catalogs, put it on Facebook, put it on a special page, I can make money while I'm sleeping and will also expand my reach. How many times has somebody said, oh my gosh, do you have a website? You know, oh, I can't come, but I'll order online. And you need to have a Plus or higher website to have that happen. So the Plus site it's $9.95 a month, and it's money well spent, let me tell you. So you get your 25% commission off of all online orders, okay? And when you have $500 in sales for the month, then you're actually posted online under our consultant finder. So let's say the neighbor's neighbor, okay, that maybe you didn't get a chance to knock on their door, they want Tupperware. So they go to Tupperware.com and they click on locate a consultant or find a consultant, and they put in their zip code, and whoop, there you are. You will pop up as a consultant local to them. So making sure that you sell $500 every single month so that you can get posted on our online consultant finder. You never know what can come from that. I've got lots of orders, $100, $150, $200 orders because they caught my name online. So I want to encourage you to do that. The other thing that I want to encourage you to do is sign up for our Tupperware card. It's an EFT, electronic fund transfer card. It's usually hooked to your checking account. But however, if you don't have access to a checking account, you can get what we call a Tupperware debit card. And what that does is it's a standalone, like a prepaid Visa. And you go to Bank of America and you load it up with your party checks and your cash that you've gotten at the party. And then you use that as a medium to place your orders, right? So the best thing about your Tupperware card is you get points. And every time you use it to you run your orders for every dollar that you've used the card for. And remember, it's not really, if it's hooked to your checking account, it just kind of is a pass-through. It just goes through your Tupperware card from your bank account, which is kind of cool. So there's no extra fees or anything. But for every dollar that you use, you get a point. And when you have 2,000 points, which is pretty easy to do, you are going to get a pack of catalogs and a pack of sales flyers for free. All you got to do is pay the shipping, which is $2.75. For more information, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is Tupperware Star Point Sales. I do encourage you to subscribe, because anytime we have a new video that pops up, like this one that I'm going to post up as soon as we're done recording it, you'll get a notification that, hey, there's a new video from Tupperware Star Point Sales. But you're also going to notice that there's some great training on how to do replacement parts, how to navigate your back office, and what the benefits of a Tupperware card is. So take some time to look at that. All right. So you want more money? Okay. $1,400 a month is good money, right? How'd you like to double that? How'd you like to make $2,800 a month, or $4,200 a month, or $6,000 a month? You can do that by growing a team. And our Say Yes offer this month is awesome. It is now my favorite piece of Tupperware. I have been using it now for about a week, and I love this pan. And for some of you who know me, you know that's way out of my comfort zone, because you know I don't use the stove. And I'm telling you, I have used this pan like 4 times, and I am in love with it. So how do I get more? When you bring somebody into the business, they get to purchase this pan. Again, the dates are listed from July 28th to August 31st, so the last Friday of this month. They come in and give the business a try. Not only do they get the starter kit, the same starter kit you're getting, they also get this amazing 3.2 quart sauteuse pan for $45. It retails for $249, and it will very well be their very favorite piece of Tupperware. And everybody gets to play in this. Now, the neat thing about this is you bring your new recruit in, right? And they get to buy this pan for $45 along with their starter kit, but you get one too. Now, many of you on the call today, you are part of our TNT recruiting challenge, and you got yours for free. However, when you recruit somebody, now they got to pay $45 for it. But you can get a second pan for $45, because for every recruit that you bring into the business, up to 3, you can get a pan for $45. So who do you got on your Christmas list? Do you have a mom that would love this pan? Do you have a daughter? I have 2 daughters that are going to love this pan. So if I don't recruit them, I might give them an extra pan that I got, or better yet, I might take it to my parties and I might sell that pan for full retail. Wouldn't that be nice? You know, you can sell Tupperware products at the party, right? So the best thing though, is it doesn't stop there. We keep going because you're going to want to get this pan next. And this is for the new consultant who's already joined. So this would be for your new recruit that you bring in this week. It would also be for you as long as you got started in the month of August. So you're a brand new recruit, you sell $500 between now and the 31st of August. Okay. You get the 5-quart pan for $45. All right. So then you'll get the 3-quart pan and the 5-quart pan. Most of you got the first one for free. You're going to be able to get the second one for $45. Is that just a rockin' awesome deal or what? Oh my gosh. So what do I do? How do I share this business opportunity? Who do I talk to? Mother, sister, best friend is what I say, right? But here's some other places where you can meet potential new consultants. Of course, at the party. Because remember, that's where everything happens, right? Is at the party. Maybe at your child's daycare, your bunko night, your bank, your child's teacher, your real estate agent, your pet groomer, your massage therapist, right? A church member, a grocery store clerk. Think about who you know that could benefit from giving this Tupperware business a try. Then look for some people that have a great smile, have a great personality. Maybe they are inquisitive and want to know more about your products. And why are you selling Tupperware? Well, guess what? Let me tell you why. Come join me in business and experience it with me. Have a conversation with these people by saying something like, have you ever thought about doing something like this? It's a lot of fun. Let me tell you a little bit more, okay? If they're interested in what you are doing, invite them to join you. Now, as we are in a digital age, there's lots of places where you can stay updated. And I will be the first one to tell you that there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of information on your website. There's a lot of information in your emails. And there's a lot of information out there on YouTube. So staying connected is really important. So the first way to stay connected is visiting your my.tupperware.com website daily. If not daily, at least every single Saturday morning, because all of our specials happen and start on Saturday. All right. The Tup Hub is awesome. I love the Tup Hub. It's a application that you can get on your iTunes store or your Google Play, depending on what apparatus you're using. And Michelle shared with me that she was able to access and sign up and do everything right there on the Tup Hub. So depending if you're under 40 or over 40, the whole vision thing. My phone's a little small. I need a bigger screen. That's why I like to use my computer. But there's so much available to you literally at your fingertips, all right, that you can just click on the app and go. The other thing you want to look for is your My Week email that comes every Saturday morning. Inside there is great information of what's going on this week, what's going on for the month. Any weekly specials are going to be inside there. If you're not getting a My Week email on Saturday morning, make sure you call customer care and confirm that your email address is correct, and also that you accept your My Week emails coming. So a lot of times when you log on to your Tupperware.com website for the very first time, it will ask you, permission to send you things. So double check that, click the box, hit submit, and you're good to go. And the last thing we have a Tupperware text messaging service. It's an SMS, which while I'm at a Tupperware party, I can figure out if a part is available. I can access to see what my sales are. I can put in a recruit. There's so many things that I can do right there on my cell phone. So take advantage of some of our digital tools. Take also advantage of what Tupperware has for you for training, and I always say things that you can take and borrow and post on your own feed. So we have our Facebook USA page, which is awesome. And anything that's posted there, you can post. Okay, so it's fair game. That's one of the reasons they put it out there, is so that you can use those posts and repost them to your own feed. We also are on Instagram, and we also have a blog. The blog is the bomb. blog.tupperware.com. Click on recipes, then click on the product you want more recipes on, and oh goodness gracious, you will have so many great ideas for your Tupperware parties. The best thing, though, is your customers can go to this blog too. So they can go to blog.tupperware.com. They can click on recipes, and let's say they have a pressure cooker that they bought from you. There's going to be all the different types of recipes on the blog. So encourage your customers to go there too, because what you want to have happen, you want to create a desire for them to want more of your products. And the way that they buy them, of course, is through you, or they can have a party and get it for free. So Tupper-Talk, anytime you start a new business or you go to a new company and you get a new job, there's this language that people talk. My daughter just got a job at American Tire Distributors, and she's a CPU. I said, a CPU is for that's a computer, right? CPU processing? She goes, no, Mom, it's customer pickup. Like, oh, okay. So just like she has her language, we have our language, and inside your Getting Started guide is just like a glossary of different types of languages that we use. Like, what is a sales aid? What is personal sales? What's samples? A lot of times we'll talk about samples. Okay, don't forget to get your samples ordered. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? So there's some information on your Tupper-Talk and your lingo. But the most important thing is when our weeks end and when our months end. I do not want you to miss out on a challenge. I do not want you to miss out on your 13-week Confident Start program. I do not want you to miss out on your activation offer, which is that 5-quart cookware piece that you're going to get when you sell $500 this month. So our weeks end on Friday. Okay, so today's Thursday. Tomorrow at midnight is the close of the week. So anything that's on sale through this week closes on Friday. Doesn't close on Saturday, not on Sunday, because Saturday is a brand new week. So then we look at the month. Our month closes on the last Friday of that calendar month. Now, fortunately, August 31st happens to land on a Friday. That does not happen very often. Many times our month is closing out on the 25th. We're closing out on the 30th, and like Saturday's the 31st. So I like to go through the date book and even on my calendar, and I circle the last Friday of every month. Now, in your Tupperware date book, there is a little star that says close of the month. So when you look at the close of the week or the close of the month, when there's special challenges and special awards that you want to earn, that's when it ends. All right. So when you're working for your cookware, or you're working for your Confident Start Award, or you're working for a weekly award, our weeks close on Friday, and our month closes on the last Friday of the month. I want to make sure you know that. All right. So where else can you find some information? We have our StarPoint Sales Facebook group. And if you are not part of that group, you need to ask your person that brought you into the business to add you to the group. You can send me a friend request, Kelly Clark Burns, Clark with no E, B-U-R-N-S. You can send me a friend request and I will friend you. Many of you I've sent a friend request to. So if you're part of our StarPoint Sales team, I like to be friends with all y'all. Okay, so I can tag you in the group and those kind of things. But we want to make sure that you are part of our StarPoint Sales Facebook group. You also have a my.tupperware.com. That's your website. That's your back office. Right? We have a website, which I'm kind of embarrassed to say is not as updated as I'd like it to be, but there's still some really good information on there. twstarpoint.com, our company YouTube channel, Tupperware StarPoint Sales. You can just put on your YouTube, when you get to YouTube, up at the top where it says search, put in Tupperware StarPoint Sales. And mine is a pink and white logo that says love what you do. Click on that. And there's tons of training and videos and recordings that we've done in the past. So check it out. And then Tupperware also has a YouTube channel that's full of amazing demonstrations that you can actually copy that URL and post on your feed, post it in a group, and even send it to your customers in a form of an email. Say, hey, this is my Power Chef. I just got this in my kit. It rocks. Have a Tupperware party and I hope you get it for free. right? So utilize some of these resources, so because they're available for you. And finally, here is some upcoming events for the month of August into September. Outdoor movie night, you guys, we do this only once a year. Once a year, maybe once every other year. And I'm excited to say it's going to be this Saturday, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful evening, you guys. If this heat wave keeps up, you're going to be able to like sit in your shorts until midnight, right? But it is our outdoor movie night, and we bring your lawn chair and a beverage of choice. We're not opposed to alcohol whatsoever. If you'd like to bring an alcoholic beverage, you're more than welcome to do so. And it's going to be a potluck barbecue. It starts at 7 o'clock, and we're going to hopefully start the movie about 8:30. What time is it now? Oh, see, it's going on 8:30. We should be able to start it in the next 10 minutes, but that won't be till Saturday. So if you are a brand new recruit and you joined us in our TNT challenge, you are invited to come along with your recruiter. And I'd love to see you here, especially if you're local. We have leader meeting. So if you're looking at stepping up to be a leader, a manager in our company, you can do that by growing a team, and we'll give you the support and the information to help you be successful. Jersey night is going to be August 20th, and that's going to be fun, fun, fun. It's wear your favorite jersey, whether it's football jersey, basketball jersey, baseball jersey, whatever kind of jersey, and we're going to talk about teamwork and playing the game and what's it take to be part of the team. New consultant welcome dinner. I'll be sending each and every one of you a personal invitation to join me at my house on August 27th for our new consultant welcome dinner. We use a lot of the premier products. We want to show you how they go together and how they work together, and then we eat, we socialize, and I give you some information about earning more money by becoming a Tupperware manager. The end of our sales month is the 31st, and then we have a game and fun night on, yes, that is Labor Day. Labor Day, September 3rd. It's going to be a great time. It's from 6:30 to 8 o'clock, and it's a guest event where we play games, we talk about our Tupperware business, we do fun demos, and we give away prizes, which is always really fun. And then join us for our Think Big workshop, which is a Monday evening at 6:30 for a couple of hours on September 17th. All right, so in a nutshell, that's what I have for you. So I'm so excited that you were able to take the time and join me tonight. And hold the line just a minute because I'm going to stop the recording. So thank you for listening to the video or listening to our webinar. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to the person who invited you to come to this webinar.